everyone. How are you feeling? Are you feeling you can step a beautiful step in the unknown and you can turn around and you can feel happiness all around? For me, I feel like kissing the moon, and it's almost full moon in South Africa. But I am so happy and so privileged. Today is my last gifted episode from amazing Aaron, the CEO of 360 TV. And Angel, I want to say thank you for honoring me and gifted me 12 episodes. Wow, I am truly, truly honored and blessed to be me. So, my beautiful ladies and gentlemen, we have beautiful guests that will come and inspire you to take love by the action and turn around and feel the love and experience the love, because we are all humans. We have all emotions, and some of us love touching, some of us love beautiful words, some of us need some time. But we're going to talk all about that with Glenn. He's going to come and tell us all about that. And then Andriana is going to tell us all about what is in there for forgiveness. What is the love? And then Fizz is going to come and tell us a little bit about himself. He's doing amazing things. He is changing the world with his music. And if possible, he's also going to come and sing for us. So excitement, excitement, excitement. And then, my beautiful ladies and gentlemen, you are all welcome to look out for me next week. I will be back. I am truly blessed. I have heard news that I will be back, so I can just say thank you, thank you, thank you. So I would just love us to have a few minutes of mindfulness. Bring your breathing back to you, as you are the most important person in your life. And if you do take care of yourself and you love yourself, you can love anybody. You can take care of anybody. So you can leave your eyes open, but I want you to concentrate on your nose. And then I want you to take a deep breath in and then slowly out. I call it Sinette's 4x4. So 4 counts in, hold it for 4, and release it for 4. And before you take another breath, you count to 4 again. But concentrate here on your nose. And then we can do it 3 times. And then I'm going to play an amazing video of E360 TV. And then all my guests will be here. So are you ready for some breathing? Okay. We're going to breathe in. Release. Breathe in. Release. Last one in. So, my beautiful ladies and gentlemen, if you're stressed, and you don't know what you need to do, stop. First thing, stop. Concentrate on your breathing. And sometimes it's just easy to do this. Close your eyes and breathe until you can concentrate on your breathing. And then when you open your eyes, you sometimes have your solution, or because you're not in that stress mode, your solution is not too far off and you will receive it. So Thank you, my beautiful Oren, the president of E360 TV, for my amazing guest. Sorry, not guest, for my present. So I would love to play the video. Ladies and gentlemen, E360 TV. Hello, my beautiful Glenn, Fizz, and Andrea. I am so happy you are here. Before I start, I just want to quickly show you that the viewers is giving us so much love. They say, hello, beautiful. And I know this is Mandy. So, or if you're on the Diamond Beauties, please put your name on because it only shows Facebook user, but it's because it's in the group, the Diamond Beauties. So I know this is Mandy. This is awesome, fantastic news to hear. And this one is so happy for you and the Diamond Beauties. And then there's one more. I've learned a new way of breathing. It's phenomenal. Oh, wow. Amazing. And I'm so sorry. Here is another one. Gratitude to Oren Haynes. And yeah, it is Mandy. She tells me it is a. And then there's an Rani. She's all the way from the UK. She said, hi, everyone. Looking forward for tonight. So I just want to say thank you so much for being here. I'm going to start with Glenn and then Adriana, and then first, if you can quickly introduce yourself and then tell us what your love language is. So first, Glenn will quickly tell us what, after his introduction, tell us the 5 love languages, and then you can just tell us after your introduction what is yours. So, my love language is definitely touch. I love to touch. And through COVID, that was very difficult hugs and just touching. But I am so happy we can go back and do the touching again. So, Glenn, if I can start with you.
My name is Glenn Edwards. I own a couple of construction companies. I have 5 amazing grandchildren, 2 incredible stepdaughters, 2 daughters myself. I co-authored a book with Raymond Aaron, Les Brown, and Dr. John Gray. And I have a second book being edited right now, Emptiness Has a Ladder. As far as my 5 languages of love, my number 1 for sure is time. I love having time. I love spending the time. And it's quality for me. I'll do whatever I can to make myself available to have time with my partner.
Wow, thank you so much for that. And then Adriana.
Yes. Hello. My name is Andrea Mason. I am your first choice, your global voice, and alumna of Dr. Les Brown. I am an accountability coach. I too had just launched an anthology, The Champion Mindset, with Dr. John Gray, myself. I have my personal book in production, and I am also love connecting with individuals all over the world because I'm all about rising and uniting and not conquering and divide. Thank you.
Wow. And then first, if I can give it to you, thank you.
I am so impressed with everyone here. Can you hear me okay?
Perfect.
Oh, good. My name is Fizz,
Yes.
and my love language obviously is music. Music is God's language. It's the
Amazing.
language of angels. It's the universal language.
And tell us a little bit about yourself. And please don't forget to tell us about your new show, Fizz.
Well, I'm a singer-songwriter. I'm also an author of a book called Ignite the Rock Star Within. And what I've been doing for the past decade is helping entrepreneurs take their message and who they are and transforming that into a song that inspires people to join their movement. And that's just been an incredible journey. And then I kind of started focusing on soulmate songs for couples. And I was living in Costa Rica and started doing that there in Costa Rica at a place called Cinegita, and came back to New York to help with family, actually. And my main focus is a rock opera musical movie called Fizz and the Ultimate Dream. And it's fiction, nonfiction, multi-dimensional, and it really is my biggest project in this lifetime. Is my rock opera musical. That right now I have an artist drawing up the characters. We're going to do like a cartoon version of it first.
Wow. So there is definitely a big fan here because they say they love you first. Look there. I love that first. And then also,
Thank you.
wow, amazing. So thank you so much for that. So Glenn, if I can go back to you, I also would love to bring up your details for people to, if they want to follow you on Facebook. Um, can I quickly just tell them how I saw you for the first time? And
Absolutely.
then, thank you. So I saw this beautiful man and his wife dancing, and the way that he looked as he at his wife, and it was on your thumbnail. The picture was on your thumbnail. I wanted to do something special for February for the Diamond Beauties Power Hour. The Diamond Beauties is an amazing, beautiful ladies group that we have on Facebook. And we have about 502 ladies on there. And then every Monday, I have a Power Hour Zoom call. And then for love, for Valentine, I wanted to do something special. And I remember the way that Glenn looked at his wife while dancing. I knew that he is going to be the right person. And actual fact,
I think you broke up there a little bit.
beautiful.
Sending Wi-Fi vibes.
I've lost a little bit. There you go. Play it back.
Yeah, so I'm sure. I'm sorry for that. We are on battery power. As in South Africa, we do have load shedding. So if you do lose me, I do apologize. So Glenn, you blown us away the first time you came to the Diamond Beauties Power Hour. It was in February. So please tell us a little bit about the love language that you have told us that day. It was so amazing. Thank you.
Well, the thing for me, I've been a romantic my whole life. I'm a romantic through and through. And one of the biggest things for me to be in love the way I look at Paula, my wife, is through vulnerability. Vulnerability is a big part of being in love. It's a big part of sharing love in the world like we all are now and how we've all met before on your podcast. So when you're vulnerable, you also have to be secure in who you are. So I'm very comfortable in my core values of who I am as a person. The vulnerability comes easy for me. And it takes a lot for people to work through that and become vulnerable. But when you do, the magic's there. And every day, if you have that vulnerability and the communication and all your values in place, your relationship just takes off. And we come out of marriages or relationships with other people, and sometimes some of us never heal. But if you heal and you put that behind you, and you move forward with the innocence and the vulnerability, you're not giving away any independence or power. You still have all that through your core values. It's your vulnerability to be open-hearted and look for an opportunity and how far that relationship could go. And it could be better than any relationship you've ever had. And in my particular situation, it is. I've got the most amazing woman. She's just the most powerful, independent person. But, it took her a little bit of time to become that vulnerable. And now we both have it. We share it. And every day is just a celebration. Every day is a date. Whether we're at home watching TV or in the car or gone dancing or she's a ballroom dancer. So no matter what we do or whether we're renovating a house somewhere, every day is a date. And I treat her like a girlfriend, even though she's my wife. So I kind of treat her like someone's trying to steal her 24 hours a day, because in reality, there is somebody trying to steal your partner 24 hours a day. So I make sure she knows how much I love her and how special I think she is and how incredible she is.
Wow. So Glenn, I'm sorry, I cannot keep up with all the comments coming. So I just popping them on there for you. I don't know if you see them. So yes, Mandy also is a ballroom dancer, and I must tell you, I saw a video, and wow, when she did that corner, it was so amazing. It looked like she was flowing. So that was amazing. So Glenn, if you can just mention what is the 5 love languages that you can get?
5 love languages are time, touch, words, service, and gifts. And you can put them in any priority you like for yourself, but it's a lot of fun to try and figure out what your partner's is as well. And if you do it in a little bit of a game with each other, it's a lot of fun because you get in touch with that person all the time. If you do it every quarter, every 3-4 months, one of them could change. And then you know what your partner needs or what they're asking for. So my wife and I do that all the time. I've done it with friends. I've done it with colleagues. I've done it with people that work for me. And they've changed their relationships. They have great relationships, but this even makes them better. So even with myself, like time is my number 1 and touch was number 2, but I've actually rotated touch and words because my wife's not a big talker and I am. So I have to get those words out of her. So now I'm starting to demand that from her, that I want that. And she knows I need it.
Oh, wow. Amazing, amazing. So, Glenn, we will be coming back to you. I am going to go to Johanna, and I wanted to ask you. Oh, let me just quickly put this back in the room. Let me just let me ask you. I have the question. Let me just bring it up quickly. Sorry for this.
No problem.
Adriana, I don't know what I did with the questions there for me.
No problem. I have a backup. It's all right. I have it here on my end.
So
So
forgiveness, yes,
yes,
forgiveness.
right.
If you ultimately forgive,
Mhm.
how will this help with your love or the love?
Absolutely. Excellent question. And to piggyback off before, words was my love language because words have impact. It's based on the presentation, it's based on the tonality, it's based on the timing. And sometimes we don't have the ability to touch someone or to give time to someone. But with words, sometimes it's even the unspoken words. So, what can be found in the healing power of forgiveness, which results in love, is allowing yourself to take initiative, to address the situation or the incident at hand and say, hey, this made me feel a certain way. I didn't feel comfortable about it, but I'm ready and willing to forgive. And I want you to be mindful of why I feel this way. And as individuals, when we are hurt and we forgive someone, they say forgive and forget. I say forgive and move forward. What is the lesson you learned from the way you were treated? What is the lesson that you have, the strength? Because be quite honest, when we get hurt, when we are requesting forgiveness, we may forgive that person out of sight, out of mind. But then it goes back into our self-love, being selfless. Because time and time again, we are constantly critiquing ourselves. How could I allow that person to do this? How could I allow that myself to hold this baggage for so long? So I say, take a moment and refrain from being the victim of an incident, but now allow the victim to be free of your mind. Forgive, move forward, and do all things in with love, because the healing power of freedom, the healing power of forgiveness allows us to achieve personal freedom.
Wow, amazing. I heard somebody said forgiving is for the forgiver. And that was so beautiful because that person maybe don't even know that you have this in your heart that you cannot forgive, and he has or she has moved on and are busy with their own lives, and meanwhile you sit with this thing in your heart and you cannot really love yourself properly, never mind other people. And when you do the forgiveness, you're actually setting yourself free. I love to do a full moon ceremony, especially with the diamond beauties, I will tell them to put on paper the person that I want to forgive. And at the end, I will say, I forgive you, and the person's name. But with that as well, a letter on to themselves, whereby at the end you will forgive yourself for all the things that you have done that you was very hard on yourself. Because I think we are very hard, especially mind-wise, with ourselves. And do the forgiveness and then burn the letters and give it to God. Let go, let God. And that process is so amazing. So first, I am going to come to you. I just want to show quickly, somebody said here, I just want to see why it's not coming up. Yeah. Here it is. Forgiveness is freedom. And I just because I come from love. Wow, beautiful. And here's one from Jaidri. Oh, wow. We would love that, Sunit. We will do a full moon ceremony soon. And then I've got Mandy. Mandy just said, thank you so much, Mandy. So first, if I can come to you, do you and can you sing us something that is not copyrighted that we can play, even if it's just a small bit, that
Sure.
people can hear?
I'm working through a situation with my vocals right now. Am I able to share a screen? Could I like show? Am I able to do that?
Add a share screen. So there is a screen. So if you can give me, see, I just actually didn't do this.
Don't worry, you know what? Don't worry about it if it's like something that just can't be done really simple. I just figured I would share one of my clients' songs. I think that would be powerful for people to see a video of my client Nancy Matthews. She has a song "Be the One," and it's a beautiful video. Her message is really treating everybody like they're the one, you know. And for those of us, and I'm sure everybody on this call obviously is familiar with going to networking events, especially before COVID, in person. And you know, all of us, I'm sure, would have an intention of meeting a specific person. But a big part of Nancy's lesson is really being present for everyone and treating everyone that you meet like they're the one. And it's really beautiful. But I could try and work through something on the acoustic, I suppose. I don't, honestly, I haven't been singing just because I've been working on healing my voice. But
Because we do have a message. I think it's Manny say yes, please. But please don't hurt yourself. Just a small snippet, if you can.
if you're low, you need a place to hide. Well, don't you know that you can go inside and anything that you want to do, just go and make your dream come true. Go and make your dream come true. If you stumble, if you fall, miss the call, anything that you want to do. If you stumble, if you fall, you can always have it all. Everything is up to you. If you're crazy, if you're sane, you can always play the game. something you'd like to do. So go and make your dream come true.
Wow, amazing, amazing. So, first, let me just show you this pop up while you were singing,
Huh?
and it says an ancient writer says, consider the other one as superior. That's so beautiful. And then while you were singing, goosebumps, and
Oh,
then hearts, and then heartwarming,
oh, thank you so
and
much.
then I,
That's so
and
sweet.
then another one.
Oh man, thank you
Beautiful
so much.
song. And I'm dancing too.
Oh, beautiful.
Wow. Wow,
Well, I always
first.
say everybody's life is a song, and everyone has a song. I mean, Glenn has a soulmate song with his "Every Day Is a Date," right? And you have a song with your "Kiss the Moon," and
Yes.
Andrea's got a few songs in her too. So
Yeah.
the beautiful thing about what I've been doing is I've always seen myself as the rock star, but healing the world through music, and uh, and then I wrote this book, Ignite the Rock Star Within, and I realized, wow, the angels were telling me it's bigger than the Beatles. And I'm like, how can it be bigger than the Beatles? Because the Beatles are the biggest, right? But now it makes sense because I've been writing everyone else's song. And I always say everyone is a rock star. And then I got that realization. Now I get it. Now I know why it's bigger than the Beatles, because everyone is a rock star and everyone's life is a song. And so that's what I've been doing. I've been taking people's message, their journey, their life, and putting that into their very own song. Yeah.
Oh, wow. There's another one. It says, I love to connect with Fizz, and she gave her email. So it's all
Okay.
on this. So
Sure.
you're welcome. You're welcome even to go to the YouTube channel
Yeah,
because,
and I'll tell her you can email me too at my name Fizz Fiz at my website. So Fizz at fizzforever.com. And for all you listeners, I'll send you my book for free. I have an ebook version of it. I'll send you some of my music that I've recorded with a Grammy Award-winning producer um, as a gift. Yeah.
thank you so much. And also, ladies and gentlemen, if you do go to the recording on my YouTube channel, first, his details, bio is in there. So is Glenn, and so is Andrea. The only person that's not on the show is Sarah, but the information is all also there. So somebody know your details already fits. They have put in your details
Totally
because
cool.
I could
Yeah.
see it from the bio I have put. So
That
I just
that's
want to
the
say thank you so much.
I just want to make a correction. That email said fizz at fizz. No, it's FIZ at FIZ, the number four, ever.com. So fizz at fizzforever.com.
Okay.
It's on
So
my,
Mandy,
yeah.
yes. So, but like I said, it's all on the bio. They are welcome to go and look for it there.
Perfect.
She said, okay. So, if I can go back to Glenn, let me just unmute you, Glenn. Glenn, if there's something that you can tell us, ladies. So, I told you when Andrea and me we were just before the show, I do ask my husband now to open the door because you gave us permission to tell our husbands to shiver us, to make a little bit of things because I also do a lot of things for my husband. When I went overseas for 6 months, I wrote 15 love letters. And the day I came back, he said to me, Sunit, I cannot find one. So the day I landed, he said to me, I searched everywhere. I left clues, you warm, you cold, but you could not get it. So that was part of my love language, putting everywhere love notes that he must go and search. But please tell us a little bit about chivalry and how us as women can ask our man to open a door for us.
Well, I love chivalry. One of the sad part is I think it's starting to die quite a bit with a lot of men. I always tell people never lower your bar. You should always have expectations of what you want from your partner. And when you can bend it a bit, but never lower that bar. Because the day you lower it, you'll never get it back. And the one thing I found with a lot of women, they've started to settle that their husbands don't do it anymore, or they're in a second relationship now and that person doesn't do it. And there's nothing wrong with making someone step up. And, you know, when you sit in the car, your husband or your boyfriend could walk away and be looking back, wondering what you're doing. I'm waiting for you to get my door. You know, sometimes you got to wake them up, teach them a little bit. But, you know, I dine out quite a bit, and I like to observe people and watch. And you'll see a lot of women get dressed up and they look beautiful. They got a nice dress or top. They got their hair done and makeup. And the guy's wearing like a T-shirt and a ball cap. Like, you know, those days you got to start making men step up. Dress up a little bit for me. You want to look nice together, you know. I'm dressed up. I want you to look the same, you know. So even when you walk in a restaurant, you watch a man, there'll be a hostess sitting there, and she'll take you to your table, and the guy will walk away first. I would stay back where the hostess was. Make him come back and present you. There's so many things in chivalry that guys don't know. And in fairness, they probably didn't learn it from their father or whatever. But if you learn from other people and start asking, start inquiring. When I met my wife, when we were dating, she said, "You're either a unicorn or the biggest con artist I've ever met." And the day we got married, the first thing out of her vows was, "You're my unicorn. You have been since the day I met you."
Oh, wow.
So I actually have a tattoo now on my forearm of a unicorn. Because I am different. I am a different guy. I don't pretend to be like one of the boys. I love to court. I've always loved to court since I was a teenager. It's a passion of mine. I love letting my wife know how beautiful she is, you know, how sexy she is, how intelligent she is, how successful she is. You know, there's no power struggle. It's like you do everything you can possible to make sure she understands every day how you feel about her. Because the future's not promised. And that's the one thing I know for sure. She knows exactly how I feel. But there's so many little things we can all do for each other, whether it be like through the 5 languages, even service. I'm not a cook. I don't pretend to be, but I clean, I do the dishes, I make the bed every day. Those are the little things I do for service, you know, for my part of my love languages. But the chivalry part of it, I'll get her chair. I do her napkin at a restaurant. You know, we went out for a restaurant last night, beautiful restaurant. We know the server very well. He got her chair, but he didn't give her a napkin. So before I sat down, I put her napkin over her lap. Like, those are the things you always remember. Those are the things, you know, unfortunately, maybe women got to step up and start making their man do these things, you know. But that's how they'll learn. Chivalry can't die.
Oh, wow. So they love the unicorn. And then they said, "Oh, awesome. Awesome. How amazing." So thank you so much for that, Glenn.
You're more than welcome.
I must just tell you, I also don't do food in the house. I will do everything else, but my husband is the chef in the house. And he cuts my food. We are married for 32 years. And he cuts my food, still cuts my food. So when we were at the dinner at other people's house this weekend, he cut my food. I was like, and people were, why? I cannot cut my own meat, so he cuts my meat. And that makes it so amazing because we do for each other. We do special things, so that's amazing. So my beautiful Andrea, coming now when Glenn said we can also ask for stuff. Is there do you ask and you say, "Please, can you do this for me?" And this will be the reason, or do you just ask? For me, I need to give a reason because I need it to stick. So just one thing, when I said to him, "But I like you to open my car door because I am wearing my hat. It's a crown and I am your queen And actual fact, he loved that. So I don't know if you can say anything on your side.
Absolutely. Communication is key. You know, when you're in a relationship for a long period of time, you kind of, as Glenn says, sometimes have expectations for one another. But if you're not communicating, you're not listening, those expectations can go by the wayside. And it's sometimes not even the verbal cues, it's the nonverbal cues. You know, it's fun to be with your loved one and just be jovial again and smile and laugh. It's important that the relationships not only evolve, but they go back to jovial. You have fun. And that's what it's about. The beauty of love is fun. The beauty of a relationship is connecting with one and just live like no one's watching, speaking from your heart, speaking from your experiences. And it is important every now and then to do a reminder, because we are our kings, we are our queens to one another, we are our gems, if you will, the diamond beauties, whether it be a male or female. And bringing that to life, bringing that light and spark into a relationship, it's a flame that forever ignites. And that's what's the beauty of love. That's the power of it.
Wow, amazing. Do you have any tips for communication?
Absolutely. Communication is my key because it is the gateway to get to what Glenn talks about, the other four languages of love: time, touch, words, services, and gifts. And so, my key component for communication is write down love notes, as Annette has done. As Fizz says, the universal language of love. Play that song. I know when I turn on a certain song of our relationship, it brings us back. And as Glenn says, its chivalry should never be dead. It should be forever lasting. For it's respecting one another, highlighting one another, knowing that in the present, we are each other's gifts.
Wow. You know, my beautiful lady, I love that because that was one of the things that my husband and I decided many years ago. Never go to bed when you have a fight. Never. And then also, because he is from, I think, Mars and I am from Venus, well, he's the quiet one and I am the talkative one. I also need to make sure that I will give him time to talk. So I actually gave a few ladies this tip. If you do talk a lot and your man doesn't talk a lot, because sometimes we complete his sentence and sometimes I don't even listen what because I'm in here in my mind already answering and I didn't hear. So the thing that I do, and Fizz and Glenn, I don't know if you know that well, some of the ladies, but I am doing it. I put my tongue against my palate while he's talking with a smile, and then I cannot say anything. Can you say anything when your tongue is there stuck on your palate? You know, you cannot. Then I made sure he completes what he say, and then I answer him. And since I'm doing it the last 4 years, I get so much more from my husband because I do give him time to complete his sentences. So yes, I love that communication. While you were speaking, Andrea, you gave me goosebumps because communication is so important, not
Absolutely.
only to our partners, but to you as a person. Standing in front of the mirror, tell yourself, I love you. I love you very much. So, my beautiful Fizz, what can you tell us about love? How can you inspire us about love?
Well, what came through for me as I'm listening to everyone, I noticed you're all really good at relationships, and it's really impressive. Um, so what came through for me, because I'm going to be honest with you, I come across like the spiritual rock and roller guy, but I've had some I've had some turbulent waters with relationships, and I think it's because I'm a complex individual in many ways, and I won't go down that road right now. But what was coming through that I wanted to share was what Andrea was talking about, especially when she was talking, is like applying those things to yourself. For those of you that are listening that are single, and there's obviously a lot of single people out there listening to this show. So whatever they're teaching in regards to a relationship, you can apply to yourself. And yeah, I want that came through that I wanted to share that.
Oh, wow. Amazing. Yes, Glenn?
If I could add something, Fizz, the one thing I was saying earlier about the core values, the core values are what makes us tick as a person, right? And a lot of people I've asked, I'll say, what's your core values? And they'll say, what do you mean? Well, core values are who you are. And when you understand who they are, you never give them away. But you also understand everybody else as you learn what they are, not just your partner, but your colleagues, your friends, or whatever. So when I look at my own, like there's just a few I have, like communication, calm, validation, respect, clarity, integrity, fun, sexuality, inspiration, and depth. So if I maintain those in my relationship, it's easy to be vulnerable and it's easy to be in love. But when Andrea was saying too about communication, if I communicate with those values and my partner communicates with her values, we'll stay in touch and we're on a good platform all the time. And that's where a lot of people throw away their values, and that's where the fights start and the miscommunication, because part of the communication is also the listening part of it. An apology, I see so many people apologize and like, I'm sorry, Andrea, it's just that. Or I'm sorry, Andrea, but you said this. That's not an apology. An apology is I'm wrong and I'm sorry for what I did or for what I said. That's the end. And that's where a lot of people kind of go astray. It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun when you get it in place.
Wow.
Tools, they're all tools, you know. It's a mental toolbox is what we all need.
Yeah.
Wow, amazing. I can tell you the Diamond Beauties are on fire. We've got so
Sinette, you know, I have to say I'm inspired by your
this is beautiful.
I'm really big into hats. You can hear me okay? Or did she freeze up on us? She froze up on us?
I think she froze.
I'm so sorry. Please repeat.
Came back. No, I was saying I'm inspired. I love your hat. So I'm inspired to put on really big into hats. So this is my Ed Hardy hat, actually.
Oh,
so
wow.
Love it.
I'm going to wear my hat.
Yes, she loves hats. Oh, I love it. I love it. It's beautiful. I've got another hat.
I used to make my mother buy me hats all the time. Back when I was a kid, we had the 5 and 10 stores, and I would get the fireman hat and the policeman hat and the pirate hats and all kinds of. I just love hats.
So, my beautiful first, I'm going to give you a time just now, Andrea. So, my beautiful first, I went through a little bit of a medical thing. So, I don't have a lot of hair on top of my head. It's much better now, but it's still not a lot. So, instead of wearing a wig, I always loved to wear hats when I was small. I make lemons out of lemonade, and I do deliberately say it that way around because now I can put my hat on and I can feel beautiful because my hat, and it was a plain hat, I just put flowers on to make it different. So yes, I do love hats.
You are,
and I love.
You really are just a beautiful light. You really, really are. I have to say, I feel so blessed to be here with everyone on this call. I'm learning, I'm listening, I'm impressed, and it's just been wonderful.
Wow, amazing. And you know, first, this was our first interaction because we tried to connect and it could not work out. So today is me and you, our first interaction. And how amazing. I
Yeah,
can also feel your power, your love. So thank you so much
thank
for
you.
bestowing your power and love
Mhm.
on me and on everybody in the group. So Adriana, you wanted to say something, beautiful lady?
Yes, absolutely. So, a little bit to support Fizz in his life. The number one thing in learning how to love, the power of love, not only is communication and the five love languages, but I think most importantly is patience.
Mhm.
Having patience with yourself, having patience with others, and understanding that with patience comes passion. And when you have passion for something, it goes back to what Glenn says. You'll stop at nothing to achieve it. It goes back to what Sinette says. It brings your heart and allows yourself to be warmth. And it, in conjunction to what I said, effective listening and effective communication. Stop saying sorry. Stop being people pleasing. Stop being, you know, worrying about what the next step is. Have patience, have passion, and be pure. That's when progression and evolution is going to happen in love, in relationships, and in life.
I love that share because
Wow.
my project is something that I've been working on my whole life. And so I've had to have patience to work on bringing this to the world. And so what you're sharing is extremely powerful. Patience, it's very, very powerful and important.
Wow, amazing. And you know, and one of the things that I also do is patience with myself.
Hmm.
Because sometimes you put yourself in, why didn't I do it like this? I have a similar thing is when people tell me, but I feel imposter syndrome to do something new, to do a TV show, be a host, I will tell the ladies, it's a new thing. You never did it before. So don't say imposter syndrome. Just say it's a new beginning.
Yes.
Because with new beginnings, you can always go and research and go and find out what are you going to do. Not copying anybody else, but go into yourself, your authenticated self, and live your purpose. So yes, patience with yourself is also very, very important. So Glenn, if I can ask you, what golden nugget can you bestow on all the beautiful people that are watching now and that will also look at the replay?
Live authentically true to your values.
Yes. I love it. It's beautiful. Can you repeat that again, please?
Mm.
Live authentically true to your values.
Hmm.
I love it. And Andrea, can you give us a golden nugget, please?
Yes. Follow your heart,
Mm.
not the herd nor the hurt, for pure success and happiness are on the other side.
Mm.
Amazing. Andrea, I'm going to ask if you can repeat that again, please.
Yes. Follow your heart, not the herd nor the hurt, for success and happiness are on the other side.
Goosebumps. Goosebumps. Fizz, do you have a golden nugget for us, please?
I honestly, I'm not sure if it's a golden nugget, but what was coming through to share with everyone that I would love to leave is, what is your song? What is your song title? So I would love everybody to work after this call. Like, what is, if there was one song that you can write about your life, or about your loved one, whatever it is, if you only had one choice, you all have more than one song, what would that song title be? And perhaps you might want to work on that. And I would love to honestly have us, some time with you, and we could discover what that could be, because I think everyone should write a song. And everyone, you don't have to be a musician to write a song. You don't have to play an instrument. And you can use music in so many different ways. You know, I wrote a song for a Mexican elder, and he uses his song in ceremony. During ceremony, he teaches the Aztec calendar. And so he actually uses his song during ceremony. And so I want to say, what is your song, and how can you maybe use it in your life, on your daily life? I've written songs for couples where they literally listen to their song all the time, and it literally helps them come back to one another. It's like your soul mantra. So each and every one of you, you're a sacred soul on this very important journey, learning and growing. And so, what is your song?
Wow, I love it. What's your song? So, Glenn, I and Andrea and Fizz, I also have a song. Let me just take this off. There's a lot of more comments coming up, but it's like the ladies, the Diamond Beauties is on fire, on fire. I have also a song that Jennifer Gerald have wrote for me and also composed for me her home, not in a studio. I gave her all the words. I want fairy dust. I want walking on sunshine
Mm.
because that's my forever song. I want hugs. I want cover the world. I knew the song title cover the world with love that. So I'm gonna play my song
Oh,
and
wonderful.
and then I will quickly ask, what do you think? Because we have to finish by 55, and I think we will have enough time for all
That's a
of that.
perfect way to end it, on your song.
So here is my beautiful signature song.
I love it already. I love it already.
Walking on sunshine or dancing in the rain. Sprinkle me with fairy dust so I can fly away. Smiling at a
Loving
moonbeam
that song.
squinting in the sun. Sprinkle me with fairy dust and cover me with love.
I'm going to stop it
I
there
love it. Why'd you
because
stop
this
it?
song.
No.
Say
I
so.
love it.
Thank you. So thank you, first. My vision is to be the world's most heart-centered brand, to find experience, to fill the world with love, joy,
You
and
already are.
happiness.
You already are. Your wish is your command.
Oh wow! First year. So, Glenn, what did you think about my song?
Love it. Very
Okay.
nice. Very nice.
And it was not my grandchildren's laughter, but we're going to do when she goes to the studio, she will bring my and my grandson's laughter in the beginning at the end. So I'm very happy for that. Andrea, what do you think about this song?
I love the merge of generations from jovial to remind you of your grandparent of your grandchildren and the umbrella of unconditional love that was given by you by the lyrics. Amazing.
Wow, amazing, amazing. And Fizz, you said you love it. So I just want to say thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Glenn, telling us how to be beautiful and also expect a little bit of chivalry from our gentlemen. And in Adriana, forgiveness and communication. Wow, goosebump moment. And first, I know you are recovering from for your voice, but
Thank- Yeah.
I followed you for the last year
Mm,
now, and I love you when you sit on that grand chair. I don't
mm.
know where the chair is, but you know that chair.
Yeah, that's when I was living in Costa Rica.
Yes. I
Hmm.
just want to say thank you so much and inspire us. Keep on inspiring us. So I want to say have a beautiful day, and for us in South Africa, evening, and please take care of yourself. Smile often, and you know what I'm going to say? Keep on dancing. Bye, everyone. Mwah. Bye, everyone.
Great job.
Yeah, excellent.